Hi guys, how you all doing today? It is another match day vlog today. We are at match day today, Saturday, the best day of the week, and it's season 1, episode 3 of my new vlog series. Today the mighty Hibs are away from home. Today we are playing Ross County. Now, we have had a bit of a good week this week. Betfred Cup into the semi-finals. We finally saw off Livingston after a 3-2 win. Yeah, we played really well in that game. I think there was phases of the game we controlled really well. Today will be a different kettle of fish altogether. Now, we've had okay meetings with Ross County in the past, especially up in the Highlands. We've won a few games to my memory, but I could possibly be wrong. Now, obviously, Hibs have drew the last 3 games in the SPL. It's not great when you say it like that, especially after last week we had a complete and utter meltdown against Motherwell, which was not great at all. But, you know, the last 2 games against St Johnstone and then against Dundee, you know, they're 2 good points away from home, especially the game against Dundee, whereby that's not exactly been a nice place for Hibs to go in the past. So, in that sense, it's not going to be a bad day today, I don't think. I do think Hibs are good enough to win it. We showed already in the start of the Betfred Cup this season that we can match Ross County. You know, we played really well there, but unfortunately we were still recovering after losing Jason Cummins. We didn't really have an out-and-out striker playing at that game in particular. And on top of that, the Ross County centre-half, Andrew Davis, their skipper, had the game of his life, as did our skipper, Darren McGregor. So, you know, it is going to be difficult. I think, you know, Ross County are a really well-drilled team. They've showed that for the last couple of years that they are so well-drilled. Everybody knows their jobs. You know, they have brought in a few good players recently that I think can cause us a lot of bother. But, you know, I do still think we've got the quality there to beat them. Lenny has already said that he came out this week and said that he doesn't want to drop Anthony Stokes because Stokes is such a good player. Now, on the one hand, I do agree with him. Stokes is a kind of player who can give you something out of nothing. But unfortunately, it can be so frustrating because Stokes, on his day, can be so good. He can be a world beater on his day. Unfortunately for him, we are just not seeing it that often. But listen, this is only the 7th game of the season in the league. It's the 7th game of the season, and I do think people, you know, their expectations are probably being a bit too high. I said at the start of the season, and I forever will say this, as long as Hibs stay in the SPL on their first season back, I will be happy. If we finished above Hearts, that would be a sheer and utter bonus if we finished above Hearts. Yeah, we'd love a derby victory along the way too, that would be great. But as long as we are in the SPL come the end of the season, that is the most important thing. Because I personally don't want to go back down to the Championship. That is just not going to, it shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have been there in the first place. Granted, it took us to go down there to win the Scottish Cup, to win the Holy Grail. So, you know, in hindsight, it probably wasn't a bad thing. But, as I say, guys, this is going to be a completely different box of frogs today. I do think it's going to be, it will be a typical match. It will be fully blood and thunder. I'm not expecting a lot of quality. It's usually the way that Ross County dictate the game. Ross County are the kind of team that can have really good play, really good play in their team, and then they can't. They just seem to have that ability to turn it round on their head, to turn the game round on its head. And as I say, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But predictions at this point, I am going to go for a narrow 1-0 win or 2-1 win for Hibs. Again, guys, this is only my prediction, so we shall see what happens. Hopefully, come 5 o'clock, I will be able to give you some good news. But remember, guys, until then, one thing and one thing only. Come on the Hibs, come on the Hibs. Yes, go on, Polly boy. Yes, come on the Hibs. Hi guys, how you all doing today? Well, another bit of good news to bring you. Hibs managed to get the points yesterday away from home against Ross County. 1-0 win, courtesy of a goal off Paul Highland, which, good for him. Lifelong Hibby through and through, managing to get another important goal for the Hibs, which is again fantastic for him. Now obviously we've got the small, just the wee minute task of playing Celtic away next week. Obviously, Celtic are playing Anderlecht in the Champions League on Wednesday night. Now, hopefully, you know, they might get a couple of key injuries in there as well, so we'll see how that goes. But, you know, if I'm being honest, guys, if you gave me a point right now against Celtic next week, I probably would take it. Just going to have to wait and see what happens, guys. But good point away from home yesterday. Never thought we would. I never actually thought we would get the result yesterday. I had a feeling that, you know, we would have been getting beat, but it doesn't really matter now. We've got the points. I have to apologise, guys, for being as a wee bit lacklustre as what I am. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit delicate today. I had a wee bit of a night out last night, so I was a wee bit delicate. So apologies for the not so good vlog today. So I do apologise, but as I say, guys, we're going to have to keep going on to Celtic next week, and then we play Aberdeen at home after the international break. Obviously, I will see you at Parkhead. If I don't see you at Parkhead, I will see you at Easter Road, guys. Enjoy yourselves. And remember, one thing only, one hibs, one the hibs.